Hello, my name is Jacques and I am starting up a new channel to show not only how I build my models, but also some of the ways I am inspired to choose a model to build, how I use research to know more about what I am building so I can talk about it when people see it, and on how to do that final push through to finish a build, or maybe just accept that I have done about as much as I'm going to. I hope that this may help you to build, understand, and finish the kits you are working on as well. One example that I'm close to finishing is the Revell 181st scale kit of the Snark Intercontinental Guided Missile that I chose to do as if they had been converted into drones over Vietnam and painted in the Southeast Asia color scheme. The problem I am having now has to do with some runs in the glaze I applied. As you can see, several areas have dried glazing that look really bad. If this had not happened, I'd be done. How will I fix this so that it looks good? I plan to address this in a future episode to see what I can do to make this presentable. Next, I'm working on a couple of M3 Lee kits. The dark colored kit is the 1974 release from Tamiya. The light colored kit is the 2019 release of the M3A5 from MiniArt. I am building them for a friend who likes tanks, but not enough to build one himself. I started with the MiniArt kit, which is accurate and has a lot of great detail, but it's taking a long time and the amount of detail in it may not be necessary for the intended recipient. I started the old Tamiya kit to quicken the build, but at the cost of accuracy and detail, however, that will likely go unnoticed. I am building both kits simultaneously to help finish them both. I am using the MiniArt kit to add some basic improvements to the Tamiya kit, like surface texturing, while using the Tamiya kit to keep pushing me to keep the MiniArt kit at the same level of build progress. There are a lot of questions. Will I be able to complete these two kits in a reasonable time? Will building them together actually help me build them faster? Will I complete them to an acceptable final finish? Will the Tamiya kit be acceptable to my friend? Keep following to find out. Sometimes a model can be more than just a simple build. Take this kit, Eastern Express's 1/35th scale KV-1S. This kit was warmly welcomed when it came out back in the year 2000. Finally, a company had come out with a plastic version of this vehicle, a stepping stone in the development between the KV-1 tank series and the later IS tank series. However, this kit was still a solid representation of Eastern European molding of the time, which means it required a lot of basic modeler skill to make it presentable, let alone accurate. Then, in 2012, Trumpeter released their own version of the KV-1S, and it was superior in both accuracy and buildability. Thus, the remaining unbuilt Eastern Express kits became items that are often donated to show raffle piles, get passed around during white elephant exchanges, or are wrapped up as joke presents at club Christmas parties, again and again and again. They are considered to have a full degree of difficulty under AMP's rules, and so, in my opinion, this makes them a solid building challenge. For a bit of history, which I also enjoy when doing any build, the KV-1S tank was an attempt by the Soviet Red Army to create a heavy tank that was faster, but at the cost of armor. I find this evolutionary hybrid to be interesting, specifically in the design of the turret changing from the thick, flat-faced plates in the KV-1 tank to a rounder, more organic shape that offered superior protection with lighter weight. This new design, while still immature, eventually led to what became the IS series turret. However, it still only had a 76mm main gun, and so it was constantly questioned why this tank should be produced when it was no better armed than the T-34 medium tank. In the end, only 334 were built. While looking for historical photos of the KV-1S in action, I ran across one that inspired me. It shows two German soldiers having dug a foxhole under the front of a knocked-out KV-1S tank. After seeing this photo and getting this kit at a Christmas party the next day, I was inspired to not only build a KV-1S, but to show that older, difficult kits can be built up nicely, that they can be fun to build, and most importantly, they can be used to help sharpen model building skills. Several things on this kit needed to be addressed. It was missing parts, it had some poor details, and it had thick parts. As you have seen during this clip, parts have been thinned down, parts have been replaced, and new details have been added. But, how do I finally finish this kit? What exactly have I done to make this kit better? I will be back to show you, So hit like and subscribe.